People often hear that grudges destroys us from the inside, and it's important to forgive and let go of bad situations, at least for your own sake. But what if you have been cheated on? Can and should such a betrayal be forgiven? Strike the body and it will heal, but damage the heart and the wound will remain for life, says Minako Iwasaki, Japan's highest-paid geisha, whose life story was the basis for the plot of the novel Memoirs of a Geisha. Junot Diaz, American writer and screenwriter, agrees and adds that the consequences of infidelity are often disastrous. Love has always been seen as one of the great human callings, but its counterbalance has always been infidelity. It is a terrible, horrible betrayal, capable of destroying not only the other person, not only himself, but entire families. But there are those who are willing to forgive the betrayal and are able to restore the ruined relationship. However, are they that sincere when they talk about it? There was a woman who came to a wise man complaining about her life. "Tell me, Father, why is it so? I am a kind and loving wife. I do everything for my husband, give him wonderful children, please him, and take care of him. I have forgiven his cheating several times because I didn't want to destroy our wonderful family. I love him so much, but it doesn't bring me joy. What have I done wrong? Why do I feel so bad?" The wise man took her by the hand and led her to a flower bed overgrown with weeds. Look, it was very good fertile ground. Here the most beautiful and fragrant flowers were blooming, but then a weed grew among them, and another one, and many more weeds. The soil allowed them to grow, and very quickly they choked out all the flowers and exhausted the soil. It would be a long time before something beautiful would grow in this spoiled, empty soil. Your soul is like that soil. You allowed other people's mistakes to grow on it, and therefore dried up. Now you can't give the world real kindness, give flowers and fragrance, because the weeds your husband planted are growing in your soul. "What should I do?" the woman asked, reflecting on the words of the wise man. Often forgiveness is not a strength, but a weakness. It's easier to be blind and pretend nothing happened. But if we break this clay vase, will it get back to the way it was? It can be put together piece by piece, but the cracks will remain. You can make a new covering for it, but the cracks will just hide inside. You can't get rid of them. Sometimes instead of opening your mouth and saying, "I forgive you," you need to open your eyes and see if you need to forgive. Some smart man said, "The ability to forgive doesn't come immediately, but as soon as you realize that no one cares about your grudges, that's it, wise and simple. If you've been cheated on, it means you haven't truly been loved, and they never will again. Whether you agree to live with that is up to you to decide. Betrayal is never easy to deal with, and there is no one right way to accept it," Christine Freehan said, an American author. Many husbands and wives simply coexist in marriage because they are so comfortable. They can forgive each other's cheating because they don't know what love is. Their souls are overgrown with weeds, but they don't notice it. Do you want to live like that? Or will you look for someone who truly appreciates you? It's up to you. It's your choice. Like this parable, remember? 3 married women were walking down the street and could not take their eyes off a handsome, slender young man who was walking toward them. "Oh my Lord," one of them thought, "what a face he has. How I would like to kiss his lips, his eyes, his cheeks. Just a wonderful man. God, what a gorgeous body he has," the other sighed. "I wish I could snuggle up to him, feel his arms, touch his skin. I'd give anything for that." "Well," smiled a third woman, looking at the handsome stranger, "what an adorable shirt he has. It would suit my husband perfectly. I must buy him the same one as a present." In the words of the great Iranian poet and philosopher Omar Khayyam, "You can seduce a man who has a wife. You can seduce a man who has a mistress. but you cannot seduce a man who has the woman he loves. The same can be said of a woman. A sincerely loving heart is incapable of cheating. Understand and accept this. And also remember, the one who has forgiven treason is always waiting for a new pain, which one day will kill the last flower in the soul and turn it into an indifferent wasteland.